Hey everyone, welcome back to the Let's Play here on Mars. We got this excavator chassis done last episode, so this episode I'd like to continue on and work on the top section. So first off, let's get that rotor that we were bouncing around the last episode back to a 0 position. Let's just go 0 and move it back at a -degree. There we are. Okay, we'll put a rotor lock on that one, set it back to 0, change our lower limit, and we should be good. So, let's get some stuff on our toolbar here. We want to start with the conveyor junctions. We're also going to need a hinge for the arm. We're going to need some storage, so some cargo. And then we'll need a cockpit at some point, so let's get that on there. And let's just start with that. Might as well maintain this large connection, even though we really don't have anything going on with it, but we'll go ahead and maintain that connection. Yeah, we'll keep those sideways. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to patch this on the back. On the front, that's where the hinge will go. Let's see if we can see. Put that down so that tick mark's down there for negative. Let's get it welded up before we bump it, screw up the angle. Okay. Get that welded up, might as well since we're here. Okay, and now we've got to decide how we want the rest of it to look. So I guess we'll start off with the cargo containers. Probably just going to keep it to medium. We have the ports here on the side, the small ports that'll hook up to those 3. Or we could come off the back here. I'm not exactly sure how many we want to put on the machine. I'm thinking just 2, maybe 4. Could just do 2 straight on the back here like this, but I'd like to put on a connector at some point. I don't know how wide we want to make this. Actually, it'll be fairly wide because we're going to put a cockpit on it. Like this anyway on the side, so let's just go ahead and put these on the side. We'll just do 1, 2, we'll do it as far back as we can, 3, and 4. And then here, let's go ahead and put on one of these. Yeah, that way. And then we can do a... We're done with the cargo container, so let's do a connector. We could put a connector on like this, or we could sink it. We'll probably need to go up one, won't we? And then on the underside... Don't think we want to do that. Yeah, that's just going to dump. I was going to say we could dump material at the back, but it could be spun around over the wheels anyway, so that's not how we want to do that. Maybe we'll just fill that space in with a battery for now. I know I just took off the cockpit, and we'll probably regret that later, but that's okay. Which one do we want for the underside? I think that probably looks better. So we'll do that, and then let's just put another one. Okay. Another one of these. Yeah, spin around like that, so the hole will connect up to that connector. And then on the back here, let's put another connector. Then we can hook up to the base. We could almost do another... I don't have the cargo container, but we could almost do another cargo container off the back. Connect on... I mean, really, we could drop these anywhere, because if I connect it here, that one would be fine on the front. I could connect it there on the front, and that would be good there on the back. I think let's do this. I don't want to go too excessive and get a bunch of containers on, but this will allow us maybe to get our cockpit on here. Let's see, we want the cockpit. We're going to do, well, let's just get that one. I also want the small conveyors.
Energy low.
We're gonna run out of energy. We might have to do that soon. Let's see, that cargo container is just the full end of it. I guess we could put an adapter. But what I was thinking, yeah, we want to put this on just a space forward. Let's get... Is that going to be fine with the hinge? I think so. Yeah, let's just do that, and then we could just pipe... well, we could pipe up to the top. No, that's connected there. So there is no top container. We could just pipe there, I guess. Or does this conversion... Oh, we don't want to do that because I want to keep that shape. Okay. I'm waffling here, sorry. Let's do a T here, going upward. Then a straight piece. This is going to be totally redundant. We don't need two. Connections, but we might as well. And let's go ahead and show the conveyors. That'll be cool. It's supposed to be industrial, right? Face that one outward and that one outward. And then I think I blocked myself off from reaching them. Might be okay.
Energy critical.
So yeah, let me get this welded up, let me get some energy, and we'll come back. Alright, so there's the skeleton all welded up. We've got some greebling to do now. We'll cover up this with some type of, you know, blocks on the sides and underneath here. So I've got the 4 cargo containers around 2 connectors, and then on the front, to fill in this little space, I put on an oxygen tank. I wish there was a smaller oxygen tank, to be honest. I like this little hydrogen tank. It'd be nice if they had a little oxygen one, because we definitely don't need that much O2, but some will be nice to be able to keep us pressurized in here to keep mining as long as possible, and hopefully we can get like a drone going on to bring this, and we'll have to retrofit the base to bring the materials back. But yeah, that'll basically be the skeleton of it. Let me work on some greebling and see what we can do to come up with some type of shell, and then we'll get working on the arm. Alright, I'm back to work on the excavator. It has been a whole day for me in the real world. So I was waiting for a storm to pass, so I made this connector system to get up to our rover, just a couple hinges. This one's got the negative pointing up, this one's got the negative pointing down, and then you can just make sure the angles are the same. So I think these are at 35 degrees, which is close enough. So then I got that hooked up, and so I figured let's just go ahead and work on the arm before we start working on the greebling of the shell. I think that would be better to work on anyway. So let's start getting some more materials here. Okay. I wanted to start with this. I guess it doesn't really matter which way we go. And then we'll carry across the bottom for a bit. We got 4, 5, 6. Oh, probably longer than that. 7 maybe? And then we want to angle it down. If I could spin it the right way, that would be great. There we go. Like this. We'll just carry that down for a while. How many do we want to do? That's 2. Let's actually raise that arm up. So let's go ahead and set up one of our custom turret controllers here. We'll just use the first one. Put it on our toolbar. Oh, let's put the second one on there while we're here. I'll go into our control panel here. Oh, I need to just hide all these wheels. That's just too much. I went through also and labeled a lot of this stuff so we could find it and hide what we need. So this is just excavator 1. So I got real original, just called it EX1 for now. This will be the we'll just call it turret controller, and then we'll do a dash. Twist. And shoulder. Let's copy that. This will be the elbow and wrist. I'm sure there's better names for it, but that's what we're going to use. And since they just saw it there. Okay, so the twist, we want to have the twist rotor. And the elevation, we want to have the shoulder hinge. Let's turn down the multipliers. I think right now the twist has a rotor lock on it. That's good. We're going to keep it on because I don't want to mess with the connector in the back. So our turret controller should be all set up. Now I know like an actual excavator would be using like pistons, hydraulic pistons, which would be more accurate to use, but you can't really use that with the turret controller. So I wanted to have more vanilla controls. So we're just going to go ahead and use a hinge system instead of doing like a piston. Okay, that's high enough. Let's see, how far do we want to extend this? Maybe one longer. Let's do one more. Goes like that. Back to here. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then what we want to do is just carry the conveyor system all the way through the inside. So it's nice that we're doing just drills on this one, because all we have to worry about is small conveyors. We'll just carry this along, and then I'll start curving it down with these corner pieces. So this will just be a lot of back and forth like this. So once I have more of an arm welded out, we'll come back. Okay, we got the arm, well, this side of the arm welded up. I think it looks pretty good. Got the conveyor system going all the way through the center. It's a little bit boring of a shape, but I think it'll work. So then on the bottom here, I want to put the hinge. I don't think it matters which way is negative right now. We can always switch it in the turret controller, so I'm not sure what I want to do there yet. Let's go ahead and just grab some parts. That unknown signal's pretty close. That'd be a good one to go grab. I did switch the arm color to black. I had it all yellow, and it was just a little too much. So I actually have a Lego excavator on my desk that this part is yellow, and then this second arm is black. But I've also seen it where this is all black, and I think I like that better. At least for this build for now. So we're just going to keep that one black, and then this one we're going to extend underneath. So let's just go ahead and make the piping. The question is, do we hide pipe or do we expose it? Let's go ahead and show it. I think that'll be nice. So this will just extend down. How far do we want that? The drill's going to be pretty long. I don't know. 10 sounds like a good number. Let's just do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sure. And then, again, a hinge will go on. Get that welded up. Okay. And then we're probably not going to be able to put a head on there. Arm a little bit more. Stick that on. Come on. Still in the ground? Where did that go? Am I just on the wrong attachment? I was on the wrong attachment. Do we have it that way or that way? I think that way makes more sense. Okay. And that would be the drill. Get that welded on. Okay. Yeah, so there is basically our excavator. Let's go ahead and get this welded up. We'll also add some greebling on the end. Let's see, this would maybe go Well, this would arc backward because we don't want that to interfere that way. Maybe something like this, and then we arc this one the same way. And then that would just be filled in with solid blocks, maybe. Okay, so apparently I wasn't recording for the last bit here, so that's a little unfortunate, but we'll go ahead and just review what we've done. So I did get the arm all welded up and greebled. This took me a while to get all this angles correct, but I think it turned out okay. So I got a lot of the little complex angles and stuff in there. So that worked out. Painted the drill orange, which I think looks pretty cool. I accidentally painted the cab black, but I think I might keep it. I think it looks pretty nice. We definitely need to get the rest of the body on. It definitely needs the steel plates to give it some weight. It is quite wobbly to drive right now. It feels like it wants to tip forward, especially when I, slam on the brakes type of thing. It's wanting to tip forward. So we definitely need to get some weight on there, but that's okay. We'll just show off the controls right now. Let's give us some space away from the base. Let's go ahead and park it. Let's get our stabilizers down so we don't fly off. That'll be good. So on toolbar here, I've got number 1 is for the twist. So we go side to side on the mouse, we twist. I think I might want to speed that up. It's a little bit slow, but we'll have to find out when we drill. And then up and down does this main 3x3 hinge, which I'm calling the shoulder. And then we have to hit F and go to number 2, turret controller, and that will do up and down. We'll do our arm here, and side to side does the little wrist of the drill. And we can click to drill in both that one and this one, so we can get some nice turning sweeps and drilling. So that's good. Inside the controls, let's go ahead and look at the turret controllers real quick. It's really simple. So the twist one, we just got the twist rotor, and then the shoulder hinge as the elevation, and then I changed the velocity multipliers to 5. I did -5 on this one, so down is down and up is up. Just, however you feel like doing that one. Elbow and wrist is the same thing. I put the wrist on the side to side, or the azimuth rotor, because that felt more comfortable to do side to side with the wrist, because I'm not going to use it as much as the elbow going up and down. So again, velocity multiplier of -5, change it how you will, and that's really it. The only thing you got to remember is when I'm here in number 1 and I'm using this turret controller, I can't hit number 2 to go over to it. I have to hit F and then go into number 2 to get that turret controlled. But while you're in the turret controller, you can drive the vehicle. I won't do it right now, we're locked to the ground. And then you can still use all of the other buttons on your toolbar. So we can go ahead and hinge lock. So that's what I've got set up on 5, 6, 7, and 8 here. The rotor lock here, so we can lock it to, square position for parking. Unlock all those. We can get this guy up, all the way up to the top. This seems to be good for driving right now with the limited amount of weight we have. Hit F and go back. And just tuck this arm in here nicely. And I have not set up any rotor limits or hinge limits, which I may want to do, but we'll see. The hinge limit. Alright everybody, sorry for the abrupt cut. My daughter had woken up, so it is the next day. I did get the body of the excavator done, pretty much just added armor blocks around what we already had, and added this back section here. It's hollow for now, so we can fill it in with event controllers or other stuff that we need. Put brake lights and a license plate and a little bit of armoring around the back here. Lettering on the side. Spotlight here on the front on a hinge in case we need to angle it. I also put spotlights, the little small ones, on the drill itself. And then conveyor caps where I could fit them. And then here on the top, I put heat vents on the back. Backup camera is there. Strobes around here that'll go off when this thing gets 90% full. And then hopefully I can use this action relay to call a drone at some point to come get the material. So we'll probably work on that the next episode. Let's see what else. I did name it. So we got the Clangscavator, because I'm sure this is going to end badly with this many hinges and rotors at some point. But that's okay, it was a fun build. Let's see, what else? That's pretty much it. When you hop into the cab here, if we can get to the right angle. There we go, the lights turn on, including the rotating light on the top. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Might add some like running lights and stuff in the back here, like I said, for event controllers as we go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The arm is the same as we left off with. So I think the next thing we need to do is go take this thing for a test drive. Alright, so it's driving pretty well. I did slow down the wheel settings and things. So we'll just go ahead and head over to this Boulder and give it a nice little test run. Well, let's go ahead and get close. That's pretty close enough. Let's see, turn my head back on so I know what I'm pushing. We'll extend our stabilizers out, get it locked to the ground. Let's see, it's control number 2. Oh, I gotta unlock all of our hinges. There we go. Zoom that guy out. That's probably good. Let's go to number 1. Probably start from the side here. Just go. Nice little sweep. There we go. That's working out really good. Probably went a little too aggressive there on the first dive, but that's okay. Yeah, this is going to work out really nicely. Let's see. Let's make sure we are actually putting material where we're supposed to. Let's go ahead and hop out. Okay. Didn't know I was going to be on the top of it. That's fine. Let's see. Oh, apparently I left some material in. That's fine. It is going in the car container, so that's good. And it comes out the connector, which is good. Does it come out of the top? It does. Okay. Good to know. Oh, we are going to fill that top connector. That's fine. I never really understand the priorities of filling. Sometimes it fills the... might be what's closest, I guess. But it'll fill the cockpit up too at some point. I didn't put any... filters in. I might want to do that. I might want to put some sorters in on this side of the conveyor so we don't fill up our cockpit with random stuff. But that's okay. Yeah, so I think this was a successful build. It looks pretty cool. We'll go ahead and call this an episode here. Next episode we will build a landing pad and drone so we can ferry materials back and forth. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.